subha nupasing viharantang indriyesu asangvutang po janamhi cha matanyung kusitang hinga viryang tang ve pasahati maro vato rukangva dubbalang. So to understand how this verse works grammatically, let's look at it slightly differently. We will change the order. So first of all, let's just take note of what the actual main clause is, and that's tang ve pasahati maro. We might even put that in a slightly different order here. Maro ve tang pasahati. That would be kind of the normal prose order in Pali. Maro is death, and this is nominative singular, masculine. Maro sometimes is just left as the proper name, Maro or Mara. We could say death with a capital D. We could just say death with a little d, depending upon how you understand this. So death is our subject. Ve is an intensifier, indeed, surely. Let's go to the main verb, pasahati. Overpowers, prevails against, subdues, oppresses, tongue. Now, tongue is the masculine accusative singular demonstrative pronoun. Could mean that one or him. So that's the basic structure, and we have tongue in blue. So let's move down here to the next sentence where we've inserted all of these other words, which are actually just in apposition to tongue. They're actually just describing tongue, him. Death overpowers him. And then all these other words we have bullet pointed here in blue. So we have subha nupasing viharantang. I believe we've come across viharati, to lead a life, to live life, to live. Viharantang is the present participle accusative, and it's accusative because it is describing, or we could say its subject is tongue, also in the accusative. So this is a present active accusative participle. So one who leads a life, and then subha nupasing is a compound of subha, beautiful, and anupasing. This really comes from anupasati, to observe, contemplate, look at. Anupasing is an adjective. So this is describing the person, tongue, leads life observing the beautiful. We might say observing only the beautiful. And here, beautiful is probably meant to be taken in a superficial way, not so much the person who's trying to contemplate the beautiful and the good, but maybe someone who's materialistic, wants a life of luxury, is only interested in material goods, that sort of beautiful. Next bullet point, indriyesu asangvutang. Asangvutang is the negated, the opposite of sangvutang. Sangvutang is the past participle of sangvadati. Sangvadati would mean to be tied up, restrained, bound. Asangvutang is not restrained. This is a person not restrained, indriyesu. Now this word's actually related to Indra. Indriya means belonging to Indra. Now keep in mind, Indra is the ruler of the gods, and here means a ruling principle, i.e. the senses. Someone who is not restrained in the senses. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling. Bo janamhi cha matanyung. So cha matanyung is cha and plus amatanyung, which is a plus matta plus nu. Someone not knowing any bounds. This is the negated form of matanyu, which would know bounds. So matanyung, someone not knowing any bounds, or immoderate in bojanamhi, in food. Here we have to understand someone not knowing restraint in eating food. Then we have this adjective kusitang, inert or inactive, and hina viryang. Now hina viryang is another compound. Hina is deprived of or lacking, and viryang is energy. So one who is lacking energy, lazy. So that's the grammatical breakdown. That's how everything fits together in Pali. In English, we could change this just slightly and keep the order of the verse and start with the one who lives a life perceiving only beauty, unrestrained in the senses, not knowing moderation in eating, inactive, lazy. Death overpowers that one. Then we have a little bit left here. We have a simile, and we know it's a simile because of rukhang va. That little va there is the shortened form of eva. Just like, this is, again, introducing our simile. Just like vato, this is the wind. And we now have to understand pasahati again. There's no verb in this part of the simile, so we'll go back and take it from before. Just like the wind overpowers rukhang, a tree. This is accusative singular masculine. What kind of tree? Dupalang, also accusative singular masculine. This breaks down into dup and balang. Bala is strength, force, or power, and du is indicating some degree of badness. So instead of powerful and strong, badly powerful or weak. So death overpowers this type of person under discussion just as easily as the wind can overpower a weak tree.